Welcome back, guys, to our Escalation campaign, scenario 5. That's 800 points for the Lizardmen and 800 points for the vampire counts, plus the gained bonus points for victories and defeats. In my case, I can spend up to 70 points on magical items or banners or whatever, or armor, whereas Marcus can spend, I think, 50 points.
3 defeats, 1 victory.
Yeah, so that's not so a huge difference between 70 and 50. And yeah, we hope you enjoy. Okay guys, that's my 800 points of Lizardmen. Basically, if you watch the former video, the 4th scenario,
and we hope you've done so.
That's exactly the same army led by Azet alox, but now they have gained mighty support this time. First time the appearance of the skink priest Ocelotl, who has 2 spells of the lore of beasts, and that is the signature spell Wizard's Wild Form, which can prove very useful as a supporting spell, and as a more offensive spell I rolled the dice for the Amber Spear. And yeah, that's the army of the Lizardmen. Okay guys, that's my 800 points of Lizardmen. Basically, if you watch the former video, the 4th scenario,
and we hope you've done so.
That's exactly the same army led by Azet alox, but now they have gained mighty support this time. The first time the appearance of the skink priest Ocelotl, who has 2 spells of the lore of beasts, and that is the signature spell Wizard's Wild Form, which can prove very useful as a supporting spell, and as a more offensive spell I rolled the dice for the Amber Spear. And yeah, that's the army of the Lizardmen.
Okay, taking a closer look at my 800 points plus 50 points of magical items army, you'll notice that there are only small changes, some minor changes done to the amount of warriors of the skeletons, as well as the Grave Guard, but both units still have full command. I've got 2 regiments of zombies, 20 and 21. One of them as a bodyguard for probably the smaller one. For my new army commander, we've got 1 choice from the Lord section this time.
But it's a new army commander?
Yeah.
I think it's the reappearance
back then, no, he was kind of sent into the warp. Unfortunately, Norbert von Kleinschmitt is gone. Yeah, it's said.
For good?
Said, but
oh
true.
My god.
So now we've got Siegfried Schädelsammler.
Okay.
He's a Lord choice and he's 180 points, but he's only got the Seed of Rebirth, giving him a 6+ ward save, and Warrior Bane. And next to him we've got Karl Knochenbrecher. It's a White King, and it's nobody to joke about. A beautifully painted model. Alex did it about
a couple of weeks ago.
And this one has got a Talisman of Protection, a Sword of Striking, and an Enchanted Shield at 129 points. And they replace the one who was the replacement for Norbert von Kleinschmitt, because our vampire von Drachenfels was slain in the last battle. He performed really well, but unfortunately he's gone, so we are really happy about the 2 new leaders.
Maybe the spells of von Drachenfels?
Yeah, my notes, Schädelsammler.
Skull Collector. Okay,
whereas the other one, Karl Knochenbrecher, is Bonebreaker in English. So he's got Invocation of Nehek, Danse Macabre and Curse of the Years. 3 pretty useful ones, but maybe he explodes in the first magic phase. So both armies have been deployed. As you can see, it's our regular smaller scale Warhammer fantasy table we like to use for the Escalation campaign.
Yeah, the Lizardmen have positioned themselves as followed. The
ones with the blowpipes.
The Chameleon Kings have positioned themselves a little bit on the left flank, a little bit advanced into the battlefield, because they are scouts and can deploy after both forces have been deployed. And in the center is my Skinks with the Ocelotl Skink Priest and Azet, the Saurus Scar Veteran. And he's the army commander because he has the highest leadership. And we've also a nice idol in the forest.
It's Ocelotl.
Yeah, and near this idol, the salamander is into position with its 4 handlers.
This is a really dangerous one, a dangerous enemy.
Yeah, because of his
for my large regiments.
Throwing weapon. Yeah.
Okay, and right in the middle of my army is the smaller zombie regiment containing my army commander, the Lord Necromancer or Master Necromancer. Right next to them, the White King included in the Graveguard, Dire Wolves and the single Doom Wolf at the utmost flank, quite opposite your Chameleon Skinks. And there are another 2 regiments, the larger zombie one and the skeletons. I put them close together, so at the moment a miscast would be a nightmare. On the other hand, I think even these, or the one at the edge, is still within 6 inches of the Necromancer. So right now I can benefit from a successful invocation of Nag roll in order to increase the amount of models in these 2 units. Okay, so let's roll to see who goes first. Alex finished deployment first, and therefore I think he's got a 1.
Oh, Vampire can't start. I think it's the first
this
time they start.
Yeah, that's a good omen.
Okay, then we hope you like the coming battle.
Okay, we are back after my first movement phase, and as you can see, all of them advanced. Must be a terrible sight for mortals. I hope I won't forget all the fear tests caused by my army. And Alex is already looking for the miscast table, because we've rolled for the magic phase. I rolled 5 and 1 and I succeeded in channeling, so I've got 7 dice, and I already announced
far too fast.
I want to spend 4 dice on
the larger version of
Danse Macabre, the larger one. I need 12.
So all of units would be in
and
range.
everyone would be allowed to do another move towards the enemy. And even if they are engaged in close combat, they would be able to re-roll their to hit rolls. So let's see what I've got. No 6.
13.
That's a lot. 13 plus 3 is 16.
Okay, I'll let you have it.
Okay, and now I'll use all of my 3 remaining dice on Invocation of Nehek in order to gain some additional zombies. But Alex has got 5 dice. So he'll
Maybe
easily
try to dispel it.
This is only 11, whereas you've got double 6s. Yeah.
Total power. Okay, this is the spell. And I think we move it if you want to move them.
But off camera.
Yeah, and that's the end of your turn, I think, because there's no shooting and no close combat yet. Okay, yeah, that's the end of the movement phase of the Lizardmen.
As you can see, most of my units use Dance Macabre in order to get closer towards the enemy.
I have to tell this, yes, exactly. And I tried to charge the Grave Guard with my Saurus warriors. Unfortunately, they fell a little bit short, so they only advanced, I think, 3 inches, 2 inches, 3 inches towards the enemy. Yeah, my Lizardman, my Salamander, I was a little bit afraid to advance him towards the skeletons because they're rather close, so I decided to let him stationary, and maybe if I roll high enough for the artillery dice, I'm able to hit them with the flames. My Kings remain stationary in order to use their javelins, and this King Priest can unleash his powers, and my Chameleon Kings try to hit the wolves later in the shooting phase. Speaking of the magic phase, I rolled 11 power dice and even channeled, so I got 12 dice in total, whereas Marcus got, I think, half of the amount, only 6 dice. So, first of all, I try to use my Ember Spear onto the Grave Guard. I think I take 4 dice to cast the spell. And it's 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 2 is 12, and it would be cast successfully.
I think I'll let you have this one.
Perfect. Then it works as a spear thrower. So the first Grave Guard is hit by Strength 6 versus Toughness 4 is 2+. Yeah.
The second is only one is gone, so it passes into the second. Now it's only Strength 5 against 4.
So it's 3+.
3+.
Yeah.
And now it's 4 versus 4 is on a 4+.
Yeah.
Third one is it, and the last one?
No.
So 3 are down.
Are down, that's quite good.
And I leave them here.
Maybe you can revive them later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope so.
And then I'll try to use my Wizard's Wild Form onto my Saurus warrior with 6 dice.
Yeah, and I'll use all of my dice and try.
It's not many, but at least no miscast.
Yeah. So let's just roll and see. I've got lots of success.
Okay, that was the magic phase.
Now on we go with shooting. Let's start over there.
Okay,
8 dice on force.
Calculated for the Chameleon Kings because of the close range. They need only force to hit.
And 6s are auto kills, I think. So 2 are dead.
2 normal hits, and the champion hits even on
3s.
Okay, so 4 times Strength Toughness. Strength 3 versus Toughness. 3
Toughness
probably.
3
is 4 plus
force.
2 wound.
So all of them are dead.
3 wounds plus
they don't
2.
have saves. Yeah, they're all gone. That's bad.
Completely wiped out by the blowpipes. That's amazing.
Should have left them in order to hunt.
Okay, then we already measured the distance. The front row, meaning 5 guys, are able to use their javelins against the Grave Guard, and they have a ballistic skill of 2, so we hit on 5s. Because of the distance, it's 6. Hooray! 1 hit. And I think it's they're poisoned, so I don't have to roll Strength Toughness. So an armor saving throw.
And it's 4+.
Okay, it's saved. And then onto the Salamander, I have to roll the artillery dice, and I try to hit the skeletons. 6, that's probably not enough. Measure distance, so the front is here, so no one is harmed. At least no misfire, so the handlers won't be eaten up by the Salamander.
And no miscast. Yeah.
And I think that's the end of the shooting phase. There's no hand-to-hand combat yet. So it's Marcus' second turn up next.
Okay, as you can see, only 1 unit charged, and it was severely reduced. Another 2 or 3 have died due to lucky poisoned shots by the chameleon skinks. And all for me left to do was to protect my army commander by moving this unit in front of my army commander's unit, and they reformed because I could spend the next 5 turns on the way to his salamander, and I wouldn't be able to get through there. So I think it would be the not before the 6th turn before I could show up somewhere around there, and I'm not sure if I'd be able to kill the salamander without being flamed on the way. Okay, we've already rolled for the Winds of Magic. I rolled 5 and 2, so Alex has got 5 dice, I've got 7. And I'll try 4 dice on Curse of the Years onto this unit to reduce the regiment. I need 12, and I've only got 6, 7. That's bad because this is a loss of concentration, and therefore I won't be able to do Invocation of Neg, which I plan to do in order
to fill up the zombies.
Well, this was really bad, and okay, let's see. They have got 3 regular guys and 2 for the champion. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the 2nd rank, and I think
initiative of the
White King, initiative 4, and he's got 3 attacks, so but he will strike last because of his great weapon.
Ah, that's great weapon, okay. Then I think my kings maybe strike first because they have also initiative 4, but they only have a weapon skill of 2 versus...
I've got a weapon skill of
5 or 4.
Grave got his only weapon skill 3.
Okay, then I will hit on force. 5 times. Brave kings.
Okay.
3 hits, but only a strength of 3 versus toughness
4.
4, meaning they will only wound on 5s.
Yeah.
So at least 2 wounds.
Okay.
So 2 basic armor saves.
2 armor saves on 4. Another one is down.
Don't they have shields?
Yeah, I could try to parry. You're right. No. So and I think.
Okay, then you can strike and maybe wipe out the unit.
But I think this might be the end of the turn, because if you are able to charge me now, they're gone. Okay, my most potent unit. So the 5 regular guys to hit, only a single hit, and it's incredible bad luck.
This was the front rank, and now the 2nd rank.
2nd rank, only, I think only 2 hits.
No, those hit as well because they have weapon skill 3.
Okay.
And these kings only have 2.
And then I've got
4 hits, so strange, but they only have a toughness of 2, so...
Let's just roll, maybe.
They have strength 4.
They should be... Yeah, they're strength 4.
So they will wound on 2+, so 4 are down. Okay, 4 are killed. So 1 is left.
And
maybe
then we've got 3 attacks with a great weapon. I got +1 to hit. I've got a weapon skill 4 with the White King. So he should hit on 3s, +1 to hit. He should hit on 2s. Yeah, 2 of them. And they are strength 6. 2 plus.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I've got different tactical options. I think it would be best to overrun, because this might result in me getting unchargeable if I leave your orc, so that you have to reform. I think I'll do this.
Now you have to roll 2 dice.
Yeah. 8. Yeah, that's close to the...
But you're leaving the battlefield now.
No, just 1.
No, the unit. If you are...
The complete unit. If a single one of them out of 20. Are you sure?
But you can enter it from this side next turn.
Okay, then
they will discuss it. Maybe you don't overrun.
I'll do so, and they leave. Okay, and that's, I think, the end of my 2nd turn.
End of my second turn movement and magic phase. My skink, including the skink priest, reformed in order to welcome the graveguard, which will enter next turn in Marcus' third turn. Whereas my Saurus warrior successfully charged into the zombie regiment, and my salamander moved slightly towards the skeletons in order to use its flamethrower. In the magic phase, although I got 9 dice, but because of my line of sight I couldn't use my ember spear this time. So the only thing I could do would cast Wizard's Wild for what Marcus had 6 dice against, so I think I should have rolled at least 6 dice, even 7, and this was too risky for me to cause a miscast, to be honest. So I decided not to perform any magic spell this turn. Okay, then on to the shooting phase. That's only my salamander trying to hit the skeletons. So 4, that's probably good.
I think now he's right in the middle of them.
So let's say maybe 6 skeletons.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 skeletons are hit by the salamander's fire press.
I'm only toughness 3.
Okay. And I have a strength of 4.
So on 3s, 6 times.
So 3 is the wound, so 4 wounds with -1.
Ooh, I've only got 6 plus saves left.
Okay, so 4 times.
Because they've got light armor and shield 5 plus. So 4 times 6s. Not a single one of them.
4 skeletons are
4 dead.
flamed away. And then we can start the close combat phase.
Yeah.
And zombies always break last. I think it's a special rule of them. So I will start with my champion. Normally he has 4 attacks. Due to the Sword of Strife, he gains 2 additional attacks. So you get 6 attacks with a weapon skill of 5 versus 1, so we hit on 3s. Okay, only 2 hits. With a strength of 5.
This is toughness 3 on 2 plus, probably.
Plus. Okay, so 2 zombies are killed.
2 are down.
And then my remaining Saurus warriors from the front rank, that's a total of 9 attacks. And from the supporting rank, there are 5 more attacks.
Okay.
Maybe use the dice tray.
I've got a weapon skill of 2, you've got a weapon skill of 4 probably.
Weapon skill of 3.
And Alex has already succeeded his fear test. This time we didn't forget it.
We rolled it in advance.
Oh.
Okay, weapon skill 3 versus...
Weapon skill of 2?
2 is...
It's double my weapon skill. So it's, and I think you might even re-roll stuff like that because it's double my weapon skill.
No, it's 3 plus.
But not more. Okay.
Okay.
And now your strength 4 versus toughness 3 is another 3 plus.
Yeah. And I didn't have a 6 because due to predatory attacks, predatory fighter, I would have gained additional attacks for each 6, but... Okay, that's only 4 more zombies down.
Okay, but you've got,
Okay, then you can strike back with
10 times.
attacks.
8, 9, 10. So, 10 times, only on 4s, I think.
On 5s.
On 5s?
Weapon skill 1 versus
2.
zombies. No, they have 1.
Okay, yeah.
1 versus
2
3.
are
Yeah.
skeletons.
On 5s. Okay, 1 hit. And wounding on 5s as well. I think there was strength of 3 versus toughness 4. No.
No.
Okay, then that's the end of the...
They're probably gone.
No, I think not completely. I've hit
So,
6.
6, charging 7, banner,
8.
8, and you've got an additional rank.
9.
Yeah, so there's a
So
difference
I
of
won by
9.
9, and you killed none, so 9 more zombies are down.
Okay, at least they remain.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we clean up the battlefield
Yeah.
and back with Marcus' third turn.
Okay, as you can see, he had to get closer for them to benefit from Invocation of Nehek. They tried to get between their army commander and the advancing enemy army commander, supported by a strong regiment of Saurus warriors. And they moved. They weren't allowed to attack, so they just moved. I hope I won't suffer too many dead, because even the rank bonus at the moment from the skinks, maybe they're even increased by Wizard's wild form by the time they get into close combat. Is dangerous. Okay, and we've already rolled the Winds of Magic. I've got 7 dice and Alex has got 3. I'll use 4 of my dice on Invocation of Nehek for these 2 units to benefit. The others are too far away. And I need 10, 14, 15 plus 3 is 18.
Okay, then I use my Dispel Scroll.
Yeah. And now Alex has got 3 dice left. I've got 3 dice, and now I try to do Curse of the Years onto them. And both of us have got 3 dice, so it'll be really interesting to see who rolls higher. I've got a slight advantage because
I've got 10, 12, 14.
And I've got 10, 13 because you're lucky.
That's good. That's great.
And so
Great
far,
use for the Lizardmen.
and so far, the master necromancer Siegfried Schädelsammler hasn't managed to get a single spell through, not even a single
But at
invocation
least
of Nehek.
I have used my Dispel Scroll by now.
Yeah.
So
But I think he'll be dead before he can use successfully use one of his 3 spells. It's a bad performance so far. Okay, and I think there's only one close combat to be done. It's a close.
So my army commander hitting on 3s.
Yep. This
An
time.
additional roll for planetary fighter.
Yeah.
So 5 hits.
And a fear test once more, or is it?
If they,
I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so 5 hits. Strength toughness 2 plus, so 5. And then from the front rank 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hitting on
Against 1.
Yeah, hitting on
3 plus.
3 plus.
And
I think that's enough to kill. Oh. Okay, then completely wiped out.
So, and now you can do an overrun, which will
Reciting, crashing into the skeletons, but I don't think I have to fight this turn.
Okay.
Because I didn't kill them in the first charge phase for free.
Okay.
So I can overrun into the enemy, and I think they have to overrun because they can only reform if they're within 6 inches of a king character.
Okay.
Because he's secretly commanding the sorcerer, so I have to overrun. And I crash into the skeletons. But I think it's fighted in my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of your third turn. Okay, that's the end of the movement phase of the Lizardman's third turn. As you see, my Skink Priest has left his unit because he's really a weak character with only toughness 2, and he will be slaughtered for sure if the Graveguard charges into them next turn. So I decided to put him out the unit so he can at least cast a spell and survive maybe a little bit longer. My Salamander moved slightly towards the enemy to use his flame-throwing weapon once more, whereas my Sorcerer are still in close combat from last turn with the skeletons. Okay, we also already rolled for the magic phase. I got 6 power dice, Marcus 4. And I'd like to start with the Ember Spear. targeting the Graveguard with 3 dice.
How much do you need in order for it to work?
9 plus, so it's 10, 11 plus 2, it's 13, so it would be cast successfully.
Okay, I'll try all of my dice, so you'll get Wissenswaldform on these. Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, okay, it's dispelled.
11, 14, 15 plus 3, 18.
Okay, then I really try Wissenswaldform, I think really on them, because they will need the 1-up toughness. But 9, 10, 11, it's cast, yeah. Okay, so those have
Plus 1 strength and toughness.
Okay, that's the end of the magic phase. In the shooting phase, my salamander once again tries to hit the zombies. It's 4 inches. It's probably not enough. No. Okay. And then the skinks will use their javelins. So that's 6 skinks from the front rank and 4 skinks from the second rank.
Yeah.
Just measure the distance. Okay, then I have to roll separately because the front rank are within 6 inch.
Okay.
So they will hit on 5 plus. And the other one on 6 plus is because they're too far away. Okay, 5 plus. Oh, 4 poison attacks.
Okay. No, I think the game is over. Yeah.
And 4 times hitting on 6 plus, an additional 2 poison attacks. So 6 times a normal armor save.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 6 times on 4.
At least.
On 1. Another one is down.
It can be decisive maybe in the end. Okay, then the last act in my turn is the close combat round.
Yep.
And I think maybe you even strike. I have initiative 3, but the skeletons, do they have
I don't have much.
2 or 3?
They've probably got 2. Skeletons have got an initiative of 2.
Okay, then my champion, my army commander strikes first, then you strike, and then the
only
zombies
4
warriors.
of mine can strike.
Okay.
And you have to do another fear test, although with 3 dice.
Haven't I done it already?
Well, that's a new opponent.
Okay, it's 8. That's enough,
Okay.
but barely.
Yeah.
Okay, so my army commander strikes. Weapon skill 5 versus skeletons have I think 2.
Yep.
So it earns 3. So 4 hits. Strength 5 versus toughness 3 is 2 plus to wound. So 4 wounds with minus 2.
Can't
But can't
parry.
use their shield, so 4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Then
And
you strike next. With
4 out of mine on 4s. One of them, strength 3 versus toughness 4 is on 5s. No.
Okay.
Now you've got your
Oh
15
my God, I
attacks.
think that's probably will wipe out the skeletons. Okay, 6, 9 from the front rank and 5 supporting attacks. Weapon skill 3 versus 2 is 3s to hit. And the 6s allow me 4 additional hits.
Yeah. And you've got strength 4 versus toughness 3, so the rest is on 3s.
Rolling on 3s. A lot of 2s and 1s. So 2, 4, 6, 7 with minus 1.
Okay, so it's, I don't have parry, so it's 7 times on 6. But I think they'll be gone for sure because you've got more rings and you've charged. Okay.
So 3 are saved, so 4 more
4 are down. So you've killed 8. You've charged in the flank. It's 9, 10. And you've got...
Not well enough, there are
Should
only
be
10
8.
left. With a banner. Okay, they're completely wiped out.
So they are gone. And now you overrun into my army commander, and that's the end of the game.
But
so that's where we can stop.
But do I really overrun because I didn't shot?
Yeah, you charged them, the skeletons.
I overrun in them in your third turn. And in my third turn I wiped them out completely. I have to.
And that's the end of the game.
Do you want to play the fourth round? Or?
No.
Okay.
Don't see much point.
Okay.
Okay, the end of turn 3 was the end of the battle. Congratulations, Alex.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it doesn't make sense to continue the battle because I think the zombies, including Necromancer, would have been killed this turn.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I think the main problem was that my new Siegfried Schädelsammler, the new Master Necromancer, didn't succeed in casting a single spell. The early demise of the, what are they called, dire wolves, including the Doom Wolf, was another bad tactical decision, because I wasted them in the beginning against the chameleon skinks, and whereas they would have been the only ones maybe to do a flank charge or to distract the smaller skinks, or maybe even in later turns go and hunt your flamey salamander. Yeah, and so I wasn't able to do a single invocation of Nahek, so the ranks were depleted, and the only unit capable of causing severe harm was depleted. I think by the time I would have got into the skinks supported by the Croxigore, there would only have been 8 left of them, and maybe even less, because my army commander might have been killed, would have been killed for sure by them. So it's a bad campaign for the vampires so far.
Not the campaign, but I think this game was really the worst game for the vampire accounts.
Yeah. But only a single victory out of 5 games so far. So I don't think if I can do some great changes till the next battle.
No, I think what you told me, you have great ideas for next battle.
I try to swap the Doom Wolves for the flying monstrous infantry of the vampires.
Vargulfs.
And if I can afford, I'll make him Master of the Dead and maybe add another level, but this would be by shrinking my skeleton warriors. I think 20 points for Master of the Dead, so I would have to reduce the starting size of my skeletons.
Yeah, but I think the Vargulfs are quite more potent than the wolves, because they're 3 instead of 5. But they're monstrous infantry, so they have 3 attacks.
They can do storms.
Rather high strength, toughness,
I think
they fly.
And they've got storms, so they should have about 15 attacks. On the other hand, they are closer or more similar to red ogres than to other monstrous infantry, because I think they don't have any armor. And so if you hit them with your poison attacks, their toughness doesn't matter, and they get blown away. There are only 3 of them.
And you have to be cautious, because I think they are frenzied, so they have to charge if they're in range. So
but I tried next turn.
Yeah, for sure, because the wolves in every game, they didn't pay off so much, to be honest.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because of the rather small size battlefield as well, because they can't really swoop around.
Maybe we can try to do the final on a large table.
On this table.
And the Psyker, of course, or the Wizard, of course, is a huge disappointment. I was really happy, and I was glad when I got these powers, because I rolled 1 and double 2. So I kept the 1. I chose the basic spell and the signature, because of the second 2 I was able to pick one, which was
great spells,
I think Curse of the Years.
But I think it was really bad circumstances, because every time we rolled the dice for the magic phase, you got almost the equal amount of dice as me for the spelling, and I think the only time where you get
Once I would have.
a huge, larger amount of dice, I used my display scroll to deny you the invocation, and
But even then, I think the invocation of Nehek wouldn't have done much. It would just have prolonged your victory over there. It might have given my sorcerer, my wizard, time to get away, to run away. But on the other hand, I think he would have been flamed by the salamander. If he had run this way towards the forest, he might have survived a little longer. But for this to work, they would have needed at least to keep them at bay.
And especially in your not played fourth turn, I think even these kings were quite tough to kill because of their toughness 3 now. So
And the additional strength.
and the Croxigo who has 3 attacks with strength 5, so maybe he and my shoot and stand and shoot he could charge me, so maybe there
And the White King was another kind of
he never
disappointment.
got in
I thought this would be a good idea in order to
I think it is a good idea, but he never
protect my army commander, the Necromancer. But whereas the vampire was only a single model wizard and army commander, but this one wasn't able to do some damage because he's much slower than the vampire. He doesn't have a horse, and
but I think he fits quite nicely into the Graveguard, and it was really unfortunate for him because he never got in a real close combat except the Chameleon's Kings.
I think I'll keep these 2 for the next battle and maybe get back to a vampire for the final if they don't perform well in the next one. But let's see. Maybe even the first 2 magic phases will be better next time. And if you're good in the beginning of the battle, you might not even be able to need the martial prowess of this one.
And it was, besides, in fact, a good start for you because you started and the Dance Macabre, you caused the larger version and were allowed to move additional 8 inches, so you were almost a mighty deployment zone after your first turn. But after then, the magic phases proved very...
And the regular guys aren't capable of fighting.
Yeah, zombies are crap, that's for sure. They're only there for
and
blocking.
even the skeletons are too tough. I think last time they died against the skinks. Because
I think they are equal. They both have weapon skill 2, toughness. You are even 1 better in toughness.
Yeah.
So I think they're rather equally matched because of the Croxigor. Because it gives a little bit punch to the skinks.
Okay. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.
It's rather a short battle, but we hope you enjoyed it. Please like and comment the video and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.